What's up, Fresh Squad? Back again with another video talking about the best summer fragrances in 2024, in my opinion. Now, I was actually going to do a video, a part two, I should say, of the original video that I just did recently of the best cheap summer fragrances. Didn't work out. This one also didn't really make it because I was really particular with where I wanted this video to be shot, location wise, how I wanted it to be done. But yeah, life happens. Yeah, it just didn't work out like that. And I didn't want to keep pushing back the dates. I was like, I'm just going to keep it low key. Subscriber count is still kind of low. So I know you guys aren't really particular about where I'm shooting right now. You're just interested in seeing me and the content. So here I am, and here's the content. So let's get right into it. But before I do, you know what you got to do. You got to like the video, you got to subscribe, you got to share, comment telling me what fragrances you would add to this list, what fragrances you have, and what fragrances you would probably never have added into a list like this. You know I'm waiting on you to subscribe, right? All right, let's get into it. All right, so first bad boy on the list, it is going to be Lattafa Zanzibar and Lattafa Assad Zanzibar. Fantastic, vanilla, salty, sweet, coconut water type of fragrance. When you think of the tropics, this is what comes to mind. It is it on my other list? I don't think it's on my other list, but this fragrance is just fantastic. I currently give it a 8 out of 10 simply because the scent profile, it's nice, but I wouldn't say it's ultra mass appealing. So it kind of has a bit of a niche going to it. So not everyone would love this, but it is still a good fragrance to have. It's cheap, and I think this is great for in the hot heat summer days and also the cooler nights. So you can switch it up with this one. A little bit of versatility to it. Okay, so number 9 spot. This one also has a bit of salty aquatic thing going for it. Well, that's a major part of it, I should say. That's Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma EDT, Eau de Toilette. Great fragrance. If you know of a fragrance called Invictus Aqua or Invictus, this smells like both of those fragrances individually and kind of together with a little twist to it because it has some mineral notes in there. So you're getting that tea-like mineral, earthy vibe going for it, along with the salty aquatics. Great fragrance. Smells good, very versatile. You can wear it in the day, you can wear it in the night. The dry down on this is fantastic. All right, number 8 spot. One of my personal favorites, YSLY Eau de Parfum Intense. I love this more than how people love it. It is great, but it is not really one of those mass appealing fragrances that people will hunt you down for. It smells good. You will get compliments. Great for office. Great for in the summer. Gives you that cool, woody, earthy, slightly sweet kind of vibe going for it. It's fresh, clean, woody fragrance. If that is your vibe, then go for this. It's for that cool, confident man, and you can't go wrong with it. Great fragrance. Not that much for it either. Okay guys, so number 7 spot. I have been gatekeeping this one. I'm sorry. I have been, but I'm letting the world know now because this one is one that is so under the radar. I have not seen another fragrance reviewer talk about this fragrance just yet. If they have, they're probably where I am right now, just starting their YouTube channel out, and they're trying to be different. And this sounds like I'm really just talking about myself here. But yeah, great fragrance. I've been gatekeeping from people because it's so unique, so great. I always get compliments when I wear it. What am I talking about? You are not gonna know this fragrance. If you do, let me know. It is Territor Gold, and that is the I just failed doing that. And that is the Gold 79. Not that there's another number, I don't know what the 79 is for, but the juice in this is fantastic. It's got that citrusy blood orange in there, mixed with a minty, fresh vibe, sweet, alluring. People are gonna ask you, what are you wearing whenever you wear this? This, I say, hold off on for wearing all the time. Wear for special occasions, date night. If you want to impress a girl in the office, you wear this fragrance. People are gonna love it. Okay, number 6 spot. If you are trying to get lucky, grab 1 Million Lucky. One of my personal favorites. Again, this list is just all personal favorites at this point. I love fragrances, I love everyone, but I have some that I love a little bit more than the others. This is one of them, 1 Million Lucky. This is actually one of those fragrances that I love so much that I actually bought. Proof of purchase, full retail, because this fragrance is discontinued online and it'll be rare for you to get this online, and if you do get it, you're probably going to pay a pretty penny for it. Probably full retail price, probably more, but it is discontinued. Sweet hazelnut and honey type of fragrance. This, date night, office, cool spaces for the summer. Get 1 Million Lucky if you can at your closest Macy's or Dillard's. Just great. Just great. I actually, because I wore this one time, one of my coworkers actually bought this the same day. That's how much they loved it. They were like, what do you have on? Showed them the bottle and they're like, I gotta get that. So Dillard's, you got 2 sale from me. You gotta sponsor me on the future videos. Come on, Dillard's, what are we doing here? I bought a fragrance full retail. I got someone to buy it. I need some commission on it. What do you guys think? All right, so we are back into the aquatic, fresh and clean space with another personal favorite. You guys know how much I love this fragrance. That's Acqua di Gio's Profondo. Great mouth feeling scent. Decent performance. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's a bit lacking these days because it has been reformulated, but it smells salty, sweet, and fresh. When you talk about masculine fragrances, this is on that list. Great fragrance, goes for around $80 for the 50 ml, I believe. Yeah, I think this is the 50 ml, 2.5, 50 ml. This one, great fragrance. I'm gonna get a backup bottle soon. Waiting for this to go down some more. And yes, I will pay full retail if it's not available, but great fragrance. You won't find anyone that does not love this fragrance, really. If they do, then you probably didn't want a compliment from them anyway. Acqua di Gio Profondo. Okay, so another fragrance that I do need a backup bottle of. This is gonna be YSL Eau de Parfum. I didn't do the little cap flick there. YSL Eau de Parfum. Great mass appealing, green apple, fresh, crisp fragrance. Dries down into a woody, sweet, and clean scent. Love it. Very mass appealing. People love it. You will love it. And I think it's worth every price because the performance on this is monstrous. Great fragrance. Not much to say. If you guys are watching me for fragrance content, you will most likely know this fragrance. So I don't really need to say much on it. YSL Eau de Parfum. He's up there on that list. You're probably wondering who beat YSL Eau de Parfum because we are now in the top 3 fragrances. Now, I'm just gonna let you know right now, Dior Sauvage is not in the top 3. I think that fragrance has been going strong for too long. Yeah. So I clipped its wings and I researched, and this is kind of what I would say would be the next Dior Sauvage. Not really in a sense, but you'll see soon when we get to number 1. But in the meantime, these are all going to be shockers, but these are all sure winner fragrances with great performance. And The one on the third spot right now actually has the most performance out of the top 3. And what am I talking about? Rasasi Hawas. Crazy, right? Rasasi Hawas for him. Sweet bubblegum aquatic fragrance. Very nice, unique smelling fragrance. Not so unique recently, as someone told me that they thought I was wearing Dior Sauvage, so I almost threw this out the window. Not that I'm hating on Dior Sauvage, but it's just the stigma that goes with it that I hate, and that's why a lot of people hate it as well. Great fragrance. You will love it. Strong performer. I think this and YSL Eau de Parfum probably on the same level in terms of strength. This one may even be edging it. And why it's also on my cheap fragrance list for summer as well as the best is because of the performance and the compliment factor on this. This, as I mentioned in my other video, is one of those fragrances that is a guaranteed 10. Third spot is a fragrance that I've kind of just decided I'm probably never gonna get, because you can never get it at a discount price, and I don't think it's worth full retail, honestly. But based on compliment factor, longevity, and strength wise, projection wise, I would say it deserves to be at number 2 in 2024, and that is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Never owned this fragrance. I have smelled it before on other persons. I have smelled samples of this fragrance as well. Great fragrance. I honestly don't think it's that really wow, but for some reason other persons think it is. I think Dior Sauvage is more of a wow fragrance than Bleu de Chanel, but you know, it's not really for me to say in regards to compliments. Based on my research, compliments are great. That's just one of those fragrances that me as a guy fragrance reviewer, I would say it's good, it's great, but it's not wow, but it's actually wow to other people. So yeah, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Price for this is going to be somewhere around $200, and compliments are going to be coming in. Great for the summertime. It's very versatile. Office, high heat, day, night, anytime. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. You can get it, or you can get the Parfum as well. I like the Parfum a little better, but I've heard people say that kind of comes off a little bit feminine, but I don't see that. But you know, what you gonna do? Compliments on both of them. Pick your choose. Pick your fighter, I should say. Because it's going to be fighting those people's nose for them to decide which one they like more, but they will love both of them. Now, for the number 1 spot, this is going to actually be a tie between 2 fragrances. One of them is in my bag all the way around there, and I'm not going to go for it, but I think I've done videos where you guys have seen me talk about it before, so that's proof enough. But the other one that is tied in first place with it, it's a bit of a mix between new school and old school fragrances, and it's going to be Acqua di Gio's Profumo and Parfums de Marly Percival. Now this is going to be a shocker to you guys, if and only if you've seen another video where I talked about this fragrance, talked about it saying that it's not worth the price, and I still stick by my word. But after testing it some more, and based on the compliments I've received, I've basically received a compliment every time I've worn this. I have grown to love it a little bit more because of constant use of this. It's a great smelling fragrance now that I think about it. However, if you're a fragrance reviewer, if you're deep into the notes or the rabbit hole of fragrances, you are still gonna have the same opinion as what I'm about to say, and the scent profile is basic. It is very basic, meaning it smells like a men's shower gel that you can find at the Dollar Tree. It smells very basic, higher quality basic, but the scent profile is basic and the performance is great, yes, but you are gonna get that fresh, clean, out of the shower smell, dries down into a woody fragrance. I asked someone their opinion on this, aside from the unsolicited opinions and compliments that I've gotten on this. I asked them what they thought about it. They said it smells very woody and like adventure. So you guys do what you want with that. But that's just one person's opinion, but based on the compliments I've received, great fragrance, love it. Acqua di Gio's Profumo, you guys know all about that already. If you don't, it was once one of the best-selling fragrances in the men's world of fragrances. It's like the Dior Sauvage of early 2000s, and by early 2000 I'm talking like before 2015 popular. So great fragrance, great fragrance. I love it. It's one of my favorites. The one that I have now is actually a backup bottle. It's still in the box. I paid $155 for that fragrance. Is that the most I've spent on a fragrance? Yeah, I think that's actually the most I've spent on a fragrance, $155. And that's gonna change soon, by the way. I'm getting one of those initial fragrances. Probably know what I'm gonna get, but I already have a sample and I love it. But yeah, $155 for the 4.2, which is basically is it 150 ml, I think? I'm not remembering. My brain is kind of mush right now, but yeah. Fragrance for $155 and great. Every time I wear that fragrance, get compliments. Beast mode performance if you spray enough of it, and I just never forget the compliments that I've received on that. And I want to shout out my friend who got me the first bottle of that as a gift. Love it, love them. These are the two top fragrances for 2024. PDM, Percival, Acqua di Gio's Profumo, both very versatile. You can wear any time of the day during the summer, high heat, cool summer night, warm summer night, office space, wherever. Now, because they're both very expensive, this you can get a bit more easily accessible because it's still available quite readily. I got a great discount on it. I paid like $140 for this. Acqua di Gio, you're gonna stick to that price, $150 at least, probably even more because it is discontinued. But if you can grab it, trust me, you're not gonna regret it. If you've smelled it before. If you haven't smelled it before, I wouldn't say to blind buy it. It's one of those fragrances that it can come off weird at first if you're not used to it. So yeah, that's it for the video today. These are my picks for the best summer fragrances that you can get. Obviously, you can switch around this list, add things, remove. There are thousands and thousands of different fragrances in the world. I haven't smelled nearly enough to recommend a list that I can say definitely, but it will never be top 10. There are always fragrances you can add to this, remove, and whatever. But yeah, it was great being back talking to you guys. Be sure to check out my next video and the previous ones. Keep hitting that like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts on these fragrances. And as usual, big up.